Hey everyone, this is Steve from Aquatic Forest. Welcome back. And today we see that the tank actually, it's pretty much algae free now, and got some new corals, picked up some new corals. It first started out as an auction on eBay, and I found out that the seller was close by. And so I actually went to the place and picked it up. And this eBay seller name is Katie Reef, and she farms and sells high-end coral. So while at her place, I actually ended up picking up a few more corals. I ended up with 8 pieces rather than, I think I bid for about 3 or 4 of them, and they just look so nice that I had to pick a few more up. And yeah, you know, I thought it's better to start early than not, and the tank is in good shape, or relatively good shape, and I felt like these corals could survive. And so yeah, I wanted to start sooner than later, so that at least if there's success in growing these corals, it would start growing sooner, and maybe by next year I could have a decent sized coral colony. And as we could see, like, we're unpacking the corals, her packing is superb, I have to say. The bags that she uses are really thick, and she actually tries her best to pack it, and so to ensure that the corals don't get damaged and that it ships well. And I've seen this technique done by other coral vendors, where they put like a cup inside, and they stick the frag plug through the cup, as you can see, and it kind of suspends the coral in place so that the coral doesn't touch the bag, and it would have a better chance of not getting damaged. All right, let's get into this. Let's see what we picked up. This one looks like it's so I picked up a Goniopora. I've always heard that these corals are kind of hard to keep alive. I was into the hobby about 15 years ago, and then I stopped for about 8 years. Like 15 years ago, a lot of the local reef stores, local corals and fish stores, aquariums, they told me that Goniopora or flower pot are very hard to keep alive. It's kind of for some reason they survive for a while, and then after a few months they just start dying. But I started looking into it, and people have figured out how to keep it alive. This one is like, it's a plug. She actually put a rubber band here, you could see, and to try to suspend it into the plastic cup so it doesn't slip around. This is one of the bigger corals. I noticed that this coral owner packs it that way, so that I guess with the rubber it's less likely to slip around, at least for the bigger frags. And that was for a torch coral. This is like an Acan that I picked up. It's a rainbow Acan. But anyway, back to Goniopora. I think people have figured out a way to keep it alive, and I've seen some videos, been trying to educate myself, and I think you're supposed to feed it. This is a Fungia coral. Look pretty nice. She calls it the dragon fruit Fungia. It has red tentacles. And this is an Alveopora, which is kind of related to the flower pot or Goniopora. Same thing. I decided to take the challenge to try to keep this alive. It's very nice looking coral. Has long tentacles when it's healthy, and has a lot of free-flowing tentacles, so it looks nice, kind of like a flower pot. And yeah, I heard you're supposed to feed it. I guess, I don't know, I'm trying to think, like from the freshwater world, when the plants really have long branches, it needs more nutrients. So I think it needs food to substitute its production of energy. It cannot just rely on photosynthesis. Yeah, this is another Goniopora. So I picked up 2 Gonies and 1 Alveopora. I want to try it out. I'm gonna try to feed it, maybe, we'll see, maybe Blizzard. I heard from Reef Builders use a Blizzard from, it's called Blizzard X. I think it's a really fine kind of fine particle feed, and I'm gonna try that out, and maybe with phytoplankton too. I'm gonna try feeding it. This is a Jawbreaker Mushroom. Heard a lot about this mushroom. It's a high-end mushroom. Now we have high-end mushrooms. When I got back into the hobby about 6 months ago, I found out that mushrooms they're expensive now, and they're collectible. So back then, mushrooms weren't that expensive, and they were more almost like beginner coral. We just called them Rhodactis. Now they got names, so decided to try it out. And this is a bleeding apple Scolemia. I thought this piece looked really cool, so I picked one up. It's a small one, and to try it out. It's supposed to be an easier coral to take care of. And yeah, so here we have all 8 pieces. Just turned on the lights to be less blue and more white. You could see what the color should be under a wider light. And they're still very vibrant, as you can see, especially that bleeding apple Scoly. I'm excited to see how that will do. Jawbreaker Mushroom, can't really see the color. It's kind of like an orange color. And this one's the Joker Torch. I think it's from Indonesia, she mentioned. And this one is that's the Fungia, the dragon fruit Fungia. Can't really see the tentacles right now, but it's supposed to have red tentacles. Yeah, Jawbreaker, it's a small one. This one's an Acan, it's a rainbow Acan. That's a Goniopora. All the polyps are in, but it has a really deep pink color. That's an Alveopora. It's kind of like a whitish greenish Alveopora. And that's another Goni. It's a Goniopora. It's like a pink Goni. Hopefully they do well. I'm taking the challenge to see if I could keep those alive. I'm kind of excited. I really hope I could keep it alive. My plan is to feed it, spot feed it, phytoplankton, and Blizzard. I'm gonna try both. Yeah, hopefully that does the trick by feeding it and allowing it to do its thing with photosynthesis. Hopefully that'll provide it enough energy. Yeah, so here we are about 2 days later, and looks like the Alveopora has opened up. Looks nice, and the Gonies haven't really opened up. I guess, I mean, they're supposed to extend way out. Saw that the tentacles should be at least 3 inches long, and now, right now we're not even at 1 inch. So hopefully it gets used to the tank and decides to come out. So the water quality and the parameters should be on point. There's not that much hair algae around, and I think, yeah, it should be good. It should be good for them. There's the bleeding apple Scoly and the dragon fruit Fungia. You can see that the tentacles are out Can't really capture the red tentacles, the blue light. I probably should get a filter for my camera so that you can see what it should be, what color it should be. And there's the Joker, Indonesian torch. Has a green base inside, as you can see. It has really stocky tentacles, which looks kind of cool. Looks like, yeah, it has some peach tips too. And over here we have the, if I could get it to focus, there's some glare. Let me see. Yeah, so that's the Acan. It's really meaty. That's an Acan that I picked up before. The one behind is the rainbow Acan I got. Has like a yellowish, orangish color. But yeah, the sunlight in the background doesn't really allow the color to show up on the camera. But it's there. Pretty happy about the purchase. And oh, I found out that the MP40 yesterday. I have a Gen 1 MP40, so this was left over from my hobby days about 10-15 years ago. I purchased the MP40 and I tuned it. This is pretty much a manual controller, and I found out it could do a pulsing motion. I forgot that it had this feature, and if you tune it right, it can make the water have some sort of a wave-like motion. So it could slosh back and forth if you get the frequency correct for your tank. And for now, like I fine-tuned it, and it looks like I got that motion, that seawater motion where it sloshes back and forth. You can see the torches; they're kind of moving with the waves, which is cool. I think I'm gonna keep it like this for a while to see if there's any tentacle or polyp extension difference on the corals. And then when you slosh it around, it moves the body of water almost like together, so as a whole body. So you get actually a lot more water movement. There's a lot of there's momentum that's kind of transferred over, so it moves the whole body of water at once. And hope it'll make the corals happy. And yeah, in the next few days, I'm gonna try to get these Goniopora and Alveopora fed. I've never spot fed coral before, so I'm gonna start doing that and see what happens. Other YouTubers have mentioned that they like dirtier water or more water with more nutrition. So that's going to be a little bit of a change in like how I keep things, how I keep my tank. I tend to lean toward low nutrition and to low nutrient water to keep the SPS alive, but it'll be interesting. I think the cyanobacteria in it that I have has trained me to do more frequent water changes if anything bad were to happen. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining in, and please like and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you next time.